everyone. I'm here to talk today about HIV stigma and dating. I want to start with the education in schools for sex ed. I firmly believe they should protect the children, learn how to protect themselves sexually, teach them about sexual orientation and so on, and how to protect themselves from their STI. I believe education is key to fight against stigma of any kind, really. I want to share with everyone that when I was diagnosed, I told my close family and close friends. A few months prior to being diagnosed, I ran into an old friend and we ended up making out. About a month later, he contacted me by phone and told me that please don't be upset, or he went to the doctor and asked the doctor if he could possibly contract HIV through making out. And I was floored. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was 2017 at the time, and you think that he would be educated enough to know that it's impossible to get it from making out, especially being undetectable. But even if I wasn't undetectable, it would be very difficult. You'd have to have an open sore in your mouth, and so would the other individual. So I was kind of hurt by that and disheartened that somebody could be that naive to believe that, or possibly believe that, and I wasn't even positive at the time. I did end up reaching out to some guys online dating and locally, and I had shared that I had HIV, and I got a flow of questions, all sorts of questions. What's his name, and stuff like that. How old? I also, the subject came up that I told him he was black, and the guy said, "I can't believe you slept with a black man. I've never slept with any black man, like he's dirty." And that was rather insulting. Everyone's a human being, and I respect everyone for who they are, and it doesn't matter what race they are. So I was quite disgusted about that, and then he just disappeared on me, stopped talking, which was fine because I don't need to talk to ignorant people like that. So generally, if I ever told anyone online, it was they would ask me a bunch of questions and then they would disappear. I ran into an old friend about a year ago, and I told him, I disclosed my status shortly after we met in person. He told me right away, "Oh, that's fine, I get it. I mean, I can deal with that." I think he had time to think about it, and later he told me, about a week later, that he was not ready to deal with someone who has that problem. He called it a problem, which I don't see is really a problem. I see the doctor once every 6 months, and I take one pill a day, and that's that. I mean, I don't understand, and we've been close off and on throughout the years, and I know I wanted to hang out with him. I kept asking, well, we can just be friends, we can go out to the show, we can go out to eat, whatever, just to have a friend to hang out with. And he just kept making excuses. He was too busy, always too busy. And finally I told him, enough with this, excuses and whatever, and just come clean with me, and he just blocked me and turned and walked away out of my life. Since I was diagnosed in August of 2017, I have had basically no sexual contact with anyone since then. The first few months, naturally, I was not ready, and I had to deal with within myself the diagnosis. I kind of self-discriminated myself, which I want to talk about more in depth later on. I hear that's pretty common. It's quite embarrassing to me a little bit that I have not had any sexual partner since I've been diagnosed. It's been just over 2 years. Naturally, a human being needs that closeness, that bond with another human being in that way, and I'm surely lacking that, and I'm hoping in the future that will change. I've worked a lot on myself, and HIV does not define who I am as a person. I'm still the same Michael I've always been. And I receive a lot of love and support from friends and family, and I appreciate that every day. Just always remember, you are you. You're always yourself. Never let any disease or anything define who you are. I'm just here to raise awareness for people who are living with this chronic disease called HIV, and we can get through this. I appreciate all your support, and I appreciate everyone watching. Take care, everyone.